In 1975, a mail carrier in Virginia noticed something unusual about one particular address. Every week, thick envelopes arrived. No return address, postmarked from different cities each time. And they were heavy, very heavy. Inside that modest suburban house lived a man the CIA would later call the most dangerous person they'd ever failed to stop. Not because he was a spy, not because he worked for a foreign government, but because he understood something that terrified them. He knew their secrets,
Gentlemen,
all of them, and he was going to make them pay. His name was Philip Agee, a former CIA officer who'd spent 12 years in the field, running operations in Latin America, befriending dictators, orchestrating coups. He saw things that haunted him. Villages burned, elections stolen, people who trusted America disappeared in the night. So he did something unprecedented. He quit, and then he wrote it all down. In 1975, he published Inside the Company, a book that named names, real CIA officers, real operations, real crimes hidden behind the word classified. The agency tried to stop publication. They threatened publishers, pressured governments, even revoked his passport. But the book came out anyway, and that's when the envelopes started arriving. Foreign intelligence agencies, journalists, activists, they all wanted more. They sent money, they sent questions, they sent evidence of other CIA operations, asking him to confirm what they already suspected. He became a clearinghouse for America's darkest secrets, paid by the very people the CIA was trying to deceive. He wasn't hacking databases, he wasn't stealing files, he was simply telling the truth in a world built on lies, and the market for that truth was vast. The CIA mobilized against him like he was a hostile nation. They pressured every country he tried to live in. Britain deported him, France expelled him, the Netherlands, Italy, West Germany. Doors closed everywhere. For 15 years, he lived like a fugitive, moving between safe houses, always one step ahead of diplomatic pressure. But here's what made him truly dangerous. He wasn't asking for silence. He was demanding accountability. Every time the CIA tried to shut him down, he'd publish more. Another article, another interview, another list of names. The more they pushed, the more he revealed. By the time he died in 2008, he'd exposed hundreds of covert operations. His work contributed to the Church Committee investigations that revealed the CIA's darkest chapters: assassination plots, mind control experiments, the overthrow of democratic governments. The CIA called him a traitor. Others called him a whistleblower. But maybe he was something more complicated. A man who realized that the most powerful weapon against secrecy isn't silence, it's speaking. They tried to make him disappear. Instead, they made him immortal. Today, the envelopes still arrive. Different names now, different methods. WikiLeaks, Snowden. The pattern Agee established never really ended, because he proved something the intelligence community still hasn't solved. You can classify the truth, but you can't bury it, not when someone's willing to dig. And the price of keeping secrets? Sometimes it's someone who knows them deciding they're worth more exposed than hidden. The question isn't whether there will be another Philip Agee. The question is whether we'll recognize them when they arrive.